Hello, my Scarlet Speedsters. It's Devin from ComiKazees, and today's video is going to be my review and top 5 moments of The Flash, Episode 16, Rogue Time. So let's get into it. First off, I want to start this video with two things, saying I'm sorry about the wind. It's very windy where I live at. As you can tell, you'll hear the wind blowing. And second thing is, in my opinion, I think episode 16 of The Flash, Rogue Time, was a great episode. Good, actually. It was about an A-. I still liked Out of Time better. I think Out of Time just had me at the edge of my seat the whole, like, towards the last 10 minutes and stuff like that. And even before that, it was still good. I'm still tripping off that episode. But this episode picks off the events from last episode when Barry travels back in time a day. So it continues from there. And you can see how Barry starts to trip out because he's lived all of this already. So no matter what's going on, he's lived it. Like when he's at the morgue checking the dead coroner's body, he already knows what happens. He knows who did it. You know how he died. You know there's a recording. And it's really it's trippy because Joe's like looking at him like, so, and then, not just Joe, Barry was doing it to Star Labs as well, like finishing everyone's sentence, from Wells' to Cisco's to Caitlin's, and, you know, eventually you see Wells, being the genius that he is, he realizes that Barry ruptured the time continuum. It is such a fragile thing, and he ruptured it. So, you know, now he's like, yo, you have to do everything the way that it happened, this, that, and the third. You can't mess up the time. Barry does not listen at all. Barry is just stupid. Nah, but we're glad he does, because if he did it the way it did, Cisco dies. We don't want Cisco to die. But Wells goes to Gideon to check on the future and finds out everything is fine. So, you know, like, everything is cool. And now we see, it's funny seeing Barry go through life, going through living the same day, you know, the same day and a half that he's already lived. So he already knows what happens. Like when he goes to talk to Iris, he's like, well, he breaks up with Linda, goes to talk to Iris about, you know, telling him how he feels, but he invites her to dinner first to Jitters first, before he does that. Talks to Mason Bridge, who's like, I know you have evidence. I know you think Wells killed Stagg. He didn't. And Mason's like... But it's interesting seeing Barry go through that. We got our first look at, you know, Cisco's brother Dante when Cisco and Caitlin go to the birthday party of his, where Dante basically embarrasses Cisco over and over again, stuff like that. So they leave and go to a bar. And you know, Barry goes to the bar Cisco's at and tries to cheer him up, and this cute girl named Lisa starts flirting with Cisco, and Barry leaves, and, you know, they hook up and stuff like that. Well, they kiss, and then they go to her place, and that's when he finds out that's Lisa Snart, Captain Cold's sister. So now he's in a sticky situation. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, Captain Cold's back with Heat Wave and stuff like that. No biggie, you know, it's not like he just took out part of the Santini Mile family. He did, and now has bigger plans. So he kidnaps, you know, he has Cisco, and Cisco's like, I'm not going to help you, till he realizes that, you know, they have his brother Dante, and they're going to torture him if he doesn't help. So now he has Cisco make the heat gun, the cold gun, and the golden glider gun for his sister. And even when he thinks he's done, he's like, oh wait, you got to answer one more question, then I'll let you guys go. And he asks him, you know, who's the Flash? And Cisco tells him because they tortured his brother. And, you know, like, you can't get mad at Cisco for that. And neither was Barry and Star Labs, because, you know, they were like, it's a hard situation. Even Cole says it. I put him in a tight situation. You can't get mad at him. Cisco feels, you know, he feels like he betrayed them, so he tries to quit. But thank God for Wells. You know, last week you killed him, but this week you're like, you're smart. It's okay. Don't quit. We need you. This, that, and the third. So he stays. So, Eobard, a.k.a. Wells, I don't know if you're a bad guy sometimes or a good guy, but I know you're bad because I read the comics. You're bad. but I love you. And, we get introduced to Lisa Snart, the Golden Glider, Painless, as she flirts with Cisco, helps her brother Lenny stop this anti-mob family, stuff like that. It was cool to see. And, now it's a sticky situation because Cold knows, Barry's identity. He knows Barry Allen is the Flash. So now it makes it difficult. And Star Labs figures out what Captain Cold's plans were. And they go to stop it. And as he manages to stop Heatwave and Glider, by making them crash, by taking Lenny, who was in control of the bike, so they both crash, stop, boom. Mob family gets away. He takes Cold into the woods, and they talk. And he's like, they kind of make a deal. Because he's like, I know your identity, Barry Allen. So what you going to do about it? You can't really stop me now, because I could just tell everyone your identity. And he's like, I'm not going to stop you, but if you're not going to stop what you're doing, and if you say you're good at what you do, you don't have to kill people. And Cold's like, yeah, you know what, you're right. But next time, if, you and your rogues gallery ever come near one of my friends again, I don't care who you tell my identity to, I'm putting you away. Yeah, Flash. It kind of lets him go, though. But that's great, because Captain Cold is such an awesome villain. Like, the relationship between him and Barry, like how they go back and forth, they're such a major part. Like, if it wasn't for Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne, and, like, Hunter Zolomon, who I feel is going to be coming in, like, Season 2, just have a feeling. I just have a feeling that's going to happen. If they weren't around, I would personally, my favorite Flash villain would be Captain Cold. Because he's dope. And even now, he's in the Justice League in the comics. That's awesome. Come on. But, like I was saying before, he lets him go. And la-di-da-di-da. Now we get to see, Mason Bridge typing his story, his piece on Harrison Wells when he gets a visit from the Reverse Flash, who basically beats him up and does some awesomeness by phasing his hand through a wall and through Mason Bridges' heart and killing him, and then doing the same to destroy the evidence. So that was crazy. And then this man, just after he kills Mason Bridge, goes back to Star Labs and has a talk with Barry. Like, bruh. And just as, Barry's about to ask him a question about Simon Stagg, he sees that Mason Bridge is missing on the screen. And now he starts to question, as well as involved in my mother's murder, this, that, and the third. Joe, you were right. So now we're going to be seeing through the next couple episodes, Barry start to piece that together and realize that Harrison Wells is Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. But next up, my top 5 moments of the episode. I basically gave you everything. So there's like no, if you watched already to now, you already got spoiled. But, coming up is my top 5 moments. So, are you ready for them? Yeah. And now for the top 5 moments of The Flash, episode 16, Rogue Time. Moment number 5, Barry tells Wells that he ruptured the time continuum. Moment number 4, Captain Cold knows that Barry Allen is the Flash. Moment number 3, the Rogues are back with Lisa Snart, the Golden Glider. Moment number 2, Captain Cold and the Flash make a deal. Moment number 1, Reverse Flash kills Mason Bridge and destroys the evidence against him. Alrighty then, so there goes my review and top 5 moments of The Flash, episode 16, Rogue Time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And, if you're new to our channel, haven't subscribed yet, which I don't know why, if you're watching the videos and enjoying, if you keep watching them and haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what's wrong with you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also, check out our other videos and follow us at ComiKazees on Twitter, where you can talk to us, interact with us, and the stinking wind. You can interact with us, give us any topic ideas for a video you want to see, or help us start our first Q&A. Give us some questions so we can do this video. But, it really means a lot if you guys will subscribe and, spread the word and help get us going. I'm so excited to see, the Flash, how it's going. Can't wait for next week's episode with the Tricksters, James Jesse and Axel Walker, with Devin Gay being Axel Walker and Mark Hamill, the legend, being James Jesse. A lot of things Flash, yesterday they released Flash issue 40 before Convergence, which there will be no new Flash comic, continuing the story till June. But at the end of it, they've showed that Professor Zoom, Eobard Thawne, who hasn't been in the New 52, just a name drop, is back. And the last picture says, Professor Zoom will teach you. Oh my God, I lost my mind. Professor Zoom is back. But a lot is going on, Flash, Arrow. My Arrow review be next up. It should be up within an hour. But so many things. So grateful. Thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot to me. Helps me keep going with this. I'm just at a loss for it, so thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time when we talk about Flash, Arrow, and all things comics.